Oh my goodness, this nigga's still talking.
Hello. Hello. No, I'm just gonna assume it worked this time. Because I don't feel like restarting this. But I guess that's where we're about to start. What's up, guys? Gals? Arthropods? Probably not. But everybody else in between. I'm not. Don't really go by Doc Nah, but you know. At this point, I gotta I gotta keep a moniker, right? Is a moniker a right word? Would it be a knock? Money. As you see, this is the type of episode is about a name. Yeah, dog. I'm smarter than I think I am. Like, how many of y'all can really say y'all really knew what a moniker was? Like off rip, out of nothing. I didn't have any of this plan, as you will see. Well, oh, you can tell by the title. Now, I doubt this episode is really gonna be any bit different from the other ones. However, there's a possibility. I have started live streaming now. And you got lazy. And I was like, why don't I just kill two birds with one stone and live stream? You know that voice from Yogi Bear? I don't even know how that sounds. If I was doing it right, thumbs up the live show. I don't really know how this show works. I'm gonna be honest. Like the same recording software, it's one that I used way back when I was in like high school. And because I got it way back then, I don't think I even ever put money into this. But because I got it way back then, because I was using it back then, so I could see if I could like make YouTube videos, because I was curious about the process and whatnot, and just splicing stuff for a little bit. So I had used it to record videos. It turned into being able to stream stuff, and since I already have everything connected to it, I was like, it makes things pretty simple too. There's nothing I really got to work on, and because I had it since way back then, I even had a different name back then. I don't even remember what the name was, but now its name is. Oh, whoa, I don't want them to take it away, but I have founder privileges, and I did not. I don't remember paying for founder privileges. However, I enjoy founder privileges. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah. Now, as the description said, we're going to talk about the NBA. All right. Now, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about my picks for the first round because I had made them not publicly to you guys or even publicly to Twitter like I do sometimes, but I had usually made them. All right, just editing real quick. I fucked up. I was looking at some. Explain it later in the podcast. You'll hear it. I'm out of here. Bye. Oh shit. No, you guys still there? All right. To be fair, I'll splice that up in editing. I got like a text. I gotta remember what is this time frame. God damn, 6 minutes in. I fucking suck. I fucking suck. Undoubtedly, I fucking suck. Alright. Now, I was like literally my family got some texts and dog, I feel like there's been a lot more scam links recently. So I didn't want to send it straight to my mom, who would know about it, but I feel like she would just press the link. So I had to send it to my sisters. and see if maybe they knew anything about it. Then I had to make sure. But I think we got to figure it out now. So yeah, my phone. I had one on my phone so I could pull up my NBA picks because I had sent them to one person, Owen. Because Owen randomly hit me, was like, "Make your picks now," and I was like, "All right, we're only doing first round," because I already knew. It was gonna be a crazy playoffs. I could already tell it was shaping up to be. It was like, dog. Honestly, me saying this, I feel like makes it sound like it. This is a day of blessings for fucking LeBron fans. Me saying this, because basically it's like the playoffs are less interesting when LeBron's in it. and and they can run with it and say no because it's not, because that means LeBron's so great. It's just obvious. I'm like, wow. Actually, because the other part happened, it was also KD had got out. Because look, no one really hated Golden State besides like LeBron fans and everything until KD joined. Everybody actually kind of liked them, and it was like there was a force of hating them. So when KD got injured in that Rockets series, right? I'm telling you, the love for the fucking Golden State Warriors and everything just started fucking. And to combat that, and there was a lot of people who was all like, Steph Curry can't do without a, without all these pieces, can't do that, we can't do this. He needs two All Stars, a superstar. He gotta get carried. He can't win a ring by just by himself. Nigga, dog. Honestly, the next season after Curry got injured, niggas were putting Russ over Curry. They're saying Russ can at least lead a team to the playoffs. Yo, that sounds rough after the season. Even I was trying to help out. I was like, look, guys, maybe we should give this more time. Made me sound like a dumbass. I didn't fully believe what I said, but I will say, AD on the floor. At least I'm not the only one that was saying their defense was better with AD on the floor. Even though it still was bad, it looked better. So I do feel like that could have done some work. I don't know how they could have built off of that, but it would have been better if AD was there a bit more. But as an injury prone nigga myself, at this point, I can just only be like, it's our fault, my nigga. That's it. Just can't really say much about it. Somewhere we fucked up. Me earlier on in my refusal still to go see a doctor. But I'm squaring weight, so it's getting better. Honestly, I'm just saying, I don't know if I need a emo day or what. But my knee soreness, like, god damn. It makes me feel like moving lateral is like so much of a chore. So it's like, I can't even drive into that fucking basket like that anymore when I play basketball with the homies. I'm gonna try and see if I can do that. I'm taking a little bit of a break just cause second best player to probably sometimes first. I honestly, if he feel like going off, he first. But that guy on our intramurals team, he not gonna be here. We playing tomorrow. We're usually not even supposed to play on Thursdays. And this is the playoffs. I don't know who we're facing. Hopefully, it's not a good team. Part of me, that's kind of hope that. But if it is, I will gladly insert myself again for the cause. I don't know about gladly, but if it happens, it happens. I don't know, man. But let's go back to my NBA picks, shall we? How y'all been, by the way? Have I already asked? Who knows, bro? I was like paused, like I was like silent for like almost 4 minutes straight. Y'all niggas can't even see a screen.
Insurmountable amount of.
Ooh, ooh, sorry. We're gonna talk about that though. We're gonna talk about that. That crazy. That crazy. We're gonna talk about that. What is that shit called? Here we definitely gonna talk about that Johnny Depp case in a while. So don't you worry about that. Maybe not this one. God damn, bro. There's so many other implications that this joint could have. And it's crazy. NBA 20, just so I can give y'all something to look at. Ugh, that bracket looks ugly, bro. Ooh, I like this one. Kind of. Oh, it was a thumbnail for a video. It was a thumbnail for a video. Why the picture so small? Alright, fuck it. Y'all niggas just gonna have to deal with just seeing it off there. Display one. See how easy that is? This is why I love this software, bro. Wait, is this what? No. Who cares about that? Honestly, I should have said something about that playing. But who cares, man? Who cares? Excuse me. Drinking a energy drink my friend recommended. Alani. A cosmic dust stardust, naturally flavored. Only 10 calories. 0 grams of protein, but it's fine. I'll manage. Oh my gosh, dog. Have I talked to y'all niggas about my fucking protein intake since the last time I've been here? Yo, we got so much shit to catch up on. I might actually have to start making episodes, man. Maybe. Who fucking knows, man? I also went to Dreamville Fest. God damn, that shit was great. Alright, so let's just look at this. Alright, can y'all see that? Do I have to zoom in? I'll zoom in. That's the thing about fucking big monitors. So many pixels. I can't run covers. Let me fucking stop. Alright. Now, so it was let's just go by the fucking order and let's start in the Western Conference, the weaker conference, and then we'll get into the Eastern. Alright. So with the Western Conference, the matchup was not the Clippers, is not the Clippers. This is not the most currently updated roster. This is people's failed black brackets. Oh my gosh, these people stink. Oh my gosh. Fuck your brackets, gimme. Fine. We'll use standings. It doesn't look as cool, but it's fine. Alright. So we had in first place, the Suns. 64 wins, 18 losses. Now, I'll be completely honest. I didn't watch the Suns a lot this year, or even as much as I watched them last year, and I didn't even watch them as much I feel like last year, but there was key matchups that I did keep pay attention to. Granted, was earlier on in the year and a lot of this stuff. But I did keep up with highlights and stuff and games and stuff like that. For example, the later stretch of the season where CP3 was out and Devin Booker was there by himself. Devin Booker did pull through. So that's the scariest part about the series that they're in right now. Now, I'm pretty sure that when I told my friend my stuff. I did have I think I did have the Pelicans pushing the Suns a little bit. I don't know if I don't think I had any games or any series that I was like really confident, really confident in. All right, so for the West, I had Suns in 6. The Pelicans, I think, already stole 2. So, and then the Suns are up 3. If the Suns win next game, I should be a better man. Now, oh, I put Grizzlies in 7th. And Grizzlies was the team that I was actually looking to until niggas started a little bit sucking jaw. I was like, all right, because I used to suck jaw, but like I sucked jaw. I sucked jaw in the perfect amount. I was always very high. I was high on his potential, but I was honest about where he was at. At least in my opinion. Like the people who said De'Aaron Fox is better than Ja and how foolish they're looking. That's crazy, right? But probably at that point, in which I will concede, there was a good argument. No one lie. There was a little bit because Darren Fox had more track record. To be fair, ugh, you hate it? Don't you hate it when them system sounds be system sounding? No, I can mute those right now for you if you'd like. You won't hear those ever again. What fun would that be? A game with no surprises. Oh yeah, I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring recently. If my computer was better, I'd definitely live stream those more. Have clips of that. That game is fucking great. I definitely recommend it. Just don't be pussy while playing it. Now, as we continue with the Grizzlies, I was watching them a lot. I've always enjoyed their team, and as a Celtics fan, it's definitely disappointing once I learned that we actually could have had our hands on Desmond Bain, especially out in the beginning of the season. How it just hurt because we couldn't shoot, we couldn't. It like Grant Williams being able to shoot now, fucking great. We will get into all of that later, but just a side note. This is me personally. I I'm not even getting to it. Well, Grizzlies. Ja Morant. Now, the first part of the Grizzlies run without Ja was overselling it. If you actually looked in that first run, it was similar to like how the run with the Raptors without Kyle Lowry, or the run with the Celtics without Kyrie in those like seasons. If you actually looked at those, they were facing below 500 teams that they should have beaten without those players anyways, or at least contend with. For example, this time for the Grizzlies, they blew out an OKC team by 73 points this year. That Oklahoma City team didn't have 3 of their fucking. They didn't have their 3 starters. They didn't have Jitty. They didn't have Josh Giddey. They didn't have Shea Gilgis Alexander. They didn't have Luguentz Dort. They didn't have those 3. So when you actually look at it, it wasn't that impressive. However, 73 points is a lot of fucking points. So it was definitely scary. I had some point, and I was so glad that this year he started to turn it around, because I had said 2 or 3 years ago, and I won't lie, part of it was only because of the hearsay that I was seeing when I was watching YouTube videos. I'm not gonna lie, but I said it, and I'll admit to my words. I said, and it was off the 2 words of, I think, Rusty Buckets. Kind of mostly. I watched them a lot more earlier. And then Thinking Basketball, who I watch now and that nigga makes perfect basketball content. You can't anything he has, he makes great arguments, points out all the stats and everything. So it's like he's someone who I definitely think, no matter what side of the camps you're on, you should watch his videos. But essentially, I got off the top. I just can't stay on the topic with the Grizzlies, bro. But either way, watch their team. Love Blair. I basically just love every player on their team. Brandon Clark, he's fucking shown out this series. I think he even showed out. He's been shown out randomly throughout games this year. Not only that, but just like because he got drafted in the second round. He was drafted the same year as Ja, and I had paid attention to this team because of Ja, and I already seen the connection, like because I followed Ja on Twitter. There's this one time where it's like him and Brandon Clark were talking. They're all like loudly on Twitter. Like the, Ja would do the little backboard bounce joint or backboard alley oop to Brandon Clark, but they were counting it as missed field goals for him. So stuff like that. So I'd already liked Brandon Clark. Plus that year that Ja was drafted, I'd played 2K20, and that was the year of the pandemic. So I had the team that I got on was the Grizzlies. So I really did get to know the Grizzlies. I did like all the players. We won championships together. We're brothers. But I know what the orange means. Y'all niggas know what the orange means, bro? The blue means. Who knows, bro? I don't. But excuse me. I just really like this team. I think the Warriors series is gonna be fine. Like I said, I had Grizzlies in 7. I honestly do see Grizzlies in 6 though. But there are Timberwolves are better than I thought. I liked Anthony Edwards. This series, I think, was what Cat needed because it literally made shine the light of sometimes you don't take shots and you're too good not to take shots. And it doesn't make sense. And I felt like just having that clearly said to him or like shown to him as it was in this series, where one of the games where they just got their ass beat, the ass fucking beat. He had like little or no shots, and he was almost fouling out, if not fouled out. In the second game, he had almost no shots. They came back from 220 plus point deficits in one game. Now, that's the issue right there. Why, even the past game, why the fuck the nigga? Look, it's cool that you can come back from games. They were like second most in comebacks in like fourth quarter comeback. If you go into a game fourth quarter and the other team is leading, they were second. They were still second place is still below 500 in that stat. They still are going to lose more than they win those. That is not something to really hang your hat on. And I'll say this. I was glad Ja admitted that. He did. Also, I rewatched the game because I'd actually missed it when it had first literally aired. So I'd rewatched it like maybe an hour after it aired. I didn't really watch the Pelicans and Suns game. I kind of like saw where it was going. However, I did not see Kel Bridges dropping that many points. So I might watch a quarter or two, maybe the whole thing if it's good, if I really like it, or just highlights and stuff, and see how they got that done. But yeah, no, the Grizzlies, it was just Minnesota. They make bad mistakes, like dumb, bad mistakes that you see people on pickup do sometimes. A nigga just shooting the air, like pushing the air out the ball. Like Anthony Edwards, that nigga can drive in. He was shooting, and he was not making everything. The one he did make look cool. Dog, that I didn't even hear. I don't even think my friend told me Cosmic Stardust of this energy drink tasted good. I don't even think he mentioned that. But this thing tastes different. Like this is great. Like nigga, Alani, whatever, bro. If I get up there in this podcast and shit, and you want me to sponsor, nigga, I'll do it just for the drinks, low key maybe, cause this shit kind of hit. I'm low key up now. Calcium, potassium, niacin, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, biotin. I don't like the last one. I don't know what it is, but pantothenic acid. Don't sound nice. Yeah, niggas lost points for me in that one. How much percent is that? 110%. What that mean, man? Well, what you mean you putting 100? How you putting 110% of that in there? And no protein. No protein. Oh my gosh. But yeah. Grizzlies in 7. Grizzlies in 6, but Grizzlies in 7, you feel me? I said Grizzlies. I told him Grizzlies in 7. Now, I said Warriors in 6 for the Nuggets. Might be Warriors in 5. I won't lie, it might be Warriors in 5. Um, yeah. You'll get for MVP though. Just I don't even know what else to say. The Warriors were up and down, but like I think the stat was that Steph, Clay, and Curry this year. I'm dumb. Steph, Clay, and Draymond this year had only gotten to play 11 games. They found a new like death lineup with Jordan Poole, so they're clicking perfectly at the right time. Andrew Wiggins, he doesn't have to be all-star level exactly if Jordan Poole is. But the way that they can just rotate and switch, and it feels like any given night, any one of their role players could turn up. They just seem scary. Mavericks. Now, I assumed Luka was going to be more injured than he was. Because I literally said Jazz in 6, if no Luka or mid Luka. I did not say if Luka was 100%. However, the Jazz again exploited as like they got exploited in the first, honestly, 3 games. They did not win convincingly in the first at all. And in the second game, Mavericks won. Third game, Mavericks won. And Jazz got back in it. That was Luka's return game. Now Luka fucking they got torched in that next one. And they barely won the game where Luka first came back. It literally took a fucking that was like one of the only passes Donovan Mitchell had to Rudy Gobert in the series. It felt like so it was just like an unexpected thing. That's literally how people characterized it. But I don't know. I can see Mavs in 6 or 7 though. If I'm being honest now, but mm. Now we're gonna talk about the kind of disappointing parts with the later runs of this conference. It's getting kind of long. We'll see. We might splice it up into 2. Maybe I could get lazy. Get 2 podcasts done in one, and then I'll be able to chill out with the long ones. Yo. It's crazy. Yeah, let's start this live streaming nonsense more often. But all right, so then there's the Nuggets. I thought that Michael Porter Jr. would be back, maybe somewhere in the playoffs if they're able to get past first round. But I definitely thought Jamal Murray was going to be back by now, which is why I believe that they might have been able to when the season was first rounding on. However, I don't think that That obviously wasn't the case. Jokic performed perfectly again this season. Having like great moment after moment. His style of basketball, unfortunately, like he can't go in and dominate like looks wise dominate a game like how everybody kind of wants him to. It feels like well everybody like in a way passing and all that does get undervalued sometimes. And I feel like the playmaking engine that Nikola Jokic is does get overlooked, especially since he is the offense for Denver. He's the one that gets the initial movement started every time. He's the one, like, and it felt like a lot of the times in the playoffs, it wasn't like, and I was watching TNT and they were saying this for one of the Warriors games. He was dropped like 37. It was the first game he dropped 37. It was the first one that they lost, and then his coach was like, "I like the way we lost this time. We gotta go out fighting, all that, not yeah, all that stuff." But like, it just felt like TNT. They were like there was just no impactful moments. I was like, "Nigga, he dropped 37, like 37, like over 10 rebounds. I think like 6 assists." And it's like the reason that that's happening is that Golden State knows Jokic is, and it was not just Golden State. If Jokic's team cannot come with him a little bit, he's not a scorer type. If they defend the pass and they defend his team better and harsher, it's okay as long as Draymond can make Jokic somewhat uncomfortable sometimes. Stop him from hitting some if he really wants to try and take over. Stop him from hitting 40. Let Jokic get his 25 plus, his 30 plus. But you're not going to get double digits assists. You're not going to get your team going. You're not going to build their confidence. I felt like that's what's happening to the Nuggets every time. So we just got to see. Next year, I will see. Timberwolves, like I said, I like Anthony Edwards. D'Lo, he's cool. That series against the 76ers that round, I like I like D'Lo in that series, but it was like that was the only time I never was like because even that year I was telling people it was like I was like he got in because Victor Oladipo like into the All Star. He got in because Victor Oladipo was injured. I was that guy. I won't lie. I did hit a little bit. I did throw a little bit shade. Nonetheless, he got it. He's still All Star. He's borderline All Star level. I'll admit that. That's about it. The Pelicans. They were a surprise up in the stuff. I actually thought I knew the Timberwolves were gonna be getting in. I thought the Clippers would stay in. I didn't think that especially when Paul George came back, I didn't think the Pelicans were gonna be able to beat them, but they did. Um, I had the series going in 6. If the Suns manage to close it out next game, I'll be right. That CJ trade definitely surprised me, impressed me more than I thought it would. Partially even for both sides. But I'll just say, Herb Jones, Jose Alvarado. I might be butchering the name, man. Alvarado. He's picking up CP3. They're like making everything hard for CP3. They're not letting it be easy. They're not letting it come to him easy. And that's all you can ask. Herb Jones, Jose Alvarado. Um, um, for the next few, I'm just gonna like sum up what I thought of them this season real quick. Clippers, y'all did really good for not having either of your stars this year. I think you've developed your role players and the people that you are. And I feel like you guys made a lot of good signings. Norman Powell, it's pretty good. Terrence Mann is. You guys have a lot of wing depth. If you guys use it right, you guys will be great. You guys have decent guard depth too. Um, yeah. Spurs. DeJounte Murray took a leap. Who's that shooter that you guys have? Keldon. Keldon Johnson. He looks great. Doug McDermott, he's solid. I don't know. Josh Richardson, didn't really like him on the Celt. I didn't like it when the Celtics grabbed him in the first place. I'll be honest. I was more happier when we got Derek White. But yeah, Jakob Hurtle seems talented. I don't know if he's ever gonna be put in the right situation. He might need to just be able to see if he can grow muscle to kind of hold his own. Lakers, we'll get back to you. Kings. I don't know why you guys traded Tyrese Halliburton. I felt like it would have been better if you guys tried to reset and then build with. I literally did it in my league or my GM, whatever. I did it. I literally put Tyrese Halliburton. I traded De'Aaron Fox and Marvin Bagley. I tried my hardest to see if I could get a Christian Wood or something else. Then I developed Tyrese Halliburton. I developed Davion Mitchell as my two guards. Davion Mitchell is a good defensive player. Tyrese Halliburton has the size to not be a negative defensive player. Tyrese Halliburton is more of a point guard. I feel like Davion Mitchell was more of a shooting guard. It just felt like it made more sense to reset instead of locking in your money because you guys didn't have anything remotely close to being built around them. Your best 3-point shooter was Tyrese Halliburton. Guess what? After that, almost none of your 3-point shooters are above league average, I'm pretty sure. Then you brought in a guy who's also not a 3-point shooter. 3-and-D people, as we have seen these past off seasons, are going for an expensive price. Nobody's attracted to the Kings. You fucked up. Next. But look, y'all have potential to make the play-in. However, Brandon Ingram's ascension is not making that look good for you guys. Because let me let you know, Clippers might be coming back. They should be coming back. If anybody falls, it might be the Jazz. Timberwolves, potentially better than this year. Pelicans, most likely better than this year if Zion comes back. Clippers, most likely better than this year. Lakers, most likely better than this year. That does not even leave you with a play-in spot if you count all the teams that are above them at this moment. Trailblazers. I've always said this. We sometimes play player apologists. I do think Dame deserves some blame in the semblance of his team. I do think the front office takes more of the blame of the semblance of the teams these past years. However, I don't know. At the same time, you don't want Dame to leave. You give him everything he wants, or he says he kind of wants, but not everything he truly needs for that greatest desire. You want to play competitive? You have to make changes to your roster. You gotta make changes to your coach. You gotta do that. You didn't want to do that. I don't know. What's up, Tammy? I'm chilling, bro. How about you? Uh, Other than that, he had an ab joint. Basically, fucked himself up. He had the ab joint since the Olympics. Yeah. Thunder. I like their core. They might need a playmaker. No, never mind. No. They have Josh Giddey. They need a center. They need a center, and they need to develop. They need to develop quickly. They need a center, and they need to develop. Who's the center that everybody was like, Pokazevsky? People like him, or he's not even the center. He's a power forward. Either way, Lou Dort is their shorter guy on their rotation. Where's Lou Dort? They not. Oh yeah, right here. Gwent Dort. Why they still got his freaking college picture? Let's look at Luke Wentz. See, he looks a lot hotter with their dreads. Come on now, the twist. Come on, come on, come on. Look at this guy, number 5. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. See this guy? Look at this. Look at this. But yeah, the starting lineup was Shea, Josh Giddey, and Luke Wentz. It's great in my opinion. Um, the person who I don't know if this is the guy. Y'all need a big man. Don't know if this is the guy. You gotta get stronger. He doesn't seem like he has the most efficient games, especially for a big man. But he seems like he can shoot. Like he has potential to shoot. I don't know if you want to sit on his potential to shoot though, because it's still only 28. He's only had 2 seasons to be fair. But I don't know if you want to wait and play with Shea. He's obviously you guys' best player. I think fixing Josh Giddey's shot is literally all that he really needs. You just gotta bezel up. Let me see. Anything else? Hey, my internet apps. Oh, it's fine. What else are we looking at? Rockets. I like your guards. I think you should have seen like, was there a reason not to have him on the bench? I don't know. If he was asking for a starting spot, I get it. But if other than that, let him ride the bench. Christian Wood, Eric Gordon was interesting. Thought they might use him as a trade piece. They didn't. This nigga Jay Shante showed me. Let's see how many rebounds he averaged real quick. Real quick. Just so I can tell you guys how this nigga sold me, alright? 5.4. I only need this nigga to get 4 rebounds. It was an overtime game. In the first 4 quarters, he only had 1 rebound. In the overtime, he only got one other one. He only had 2 rebounds for the entire game. Useless. Fucking useless. But I like the guards. Jalen Green and Kevin Porter Jr., they're cool. Fuck that nigga Jay Sean Tate. Not for real, but not for real. Now we get to the East. I'm 46 minutes in. Do we even got enough time for the East? Man, I don't even know when I'll record again. So it's like, oh, don't do the East. When am I ever going to do the East? But for the East, I want to talk about these niggas. I might get along. We'll just go ahead. We probably won't talk about the lesser teams of the East because I don't even know what to make for some of these. In fact, we'll start low. Magic, I think they were the actually worst team in the league. I'm pretty sure the Rockets did better than them. 22-60. What a Magic. Rockets 20-62. Never mind. Rockets were the worst. Jeez. But they were second worst. God damn. So Magic, I don't know. I feel like they didn't draft correctly this round. I didn't believe in Jalen Suggs that much, to be fair, and I may be wrong about him. However, I don't think he's him. He's not him. That's what I'm saying. And you're not winning with that nigga if he's not him. That's what I'm saying. But they did get lucky. You know how they got lucky? They got some other nigga with a lower pick that's low key better. He's not him, but he like a second option. He could help him. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He can help him. He not him, but he can help him. They just gotta find their him. My nigga Franz Wagner. Nigga played more minutes because he better. 15 points. Yeah, dog, he had a crazy stretch where he was like a top 4 rookie of the year at some point of the year. It was actually crazy. But yeah, he could help him. He could be the third. He would be a great third option. Honestly, I could see that. But yeah, he could help him. Jalen Suggs though, I don't know if he's him. Larry Suggs, his father, didn't say. Oh, jeez, I was about to. Well, he wasn't a him. It seems like. But yeah. Mo Bamba, I don't even know. I thought Bobo went to the Pistons. I guess he got traded again. That nigga's done. That sucks too. Because he already got fucking a gold digger on him, I'm pretty sure, from what I heard. So he already wrapped up. And he not making money? It's a wrap. No, to the Pistons. Cade came in kind of from an injury. He started off slow, ended off hot. Person that's disappointing, Killian Hayes. 2K simulations would have told y'all niggas that he was a god. 2K simulations would have told y'all niggas he was a god. We thought he could help him. He can't help him. He can't even do that, it seems like. Jeremy Grant doesn't seem like a really good helping him type of guy either. He seems like a third option. 19 points, not the best efficiency, pretty good defense. Honestly, he averaged less this year than he did last year with similar efficiencies. So, yeah. Sadiq Bey, I thought he was going to make more of a jump, but he kind of stayed similar in my opinion. Great 3-point shooter, I'm pretty sure, but beyond that, nothing. Oh, wow. He wasn't that great this year, it seems. He's definitely below league average. Last year, he was at 38%, though. So, definitely some potential as a shooter. I think he was lighting it up sometimes later, but definitely not as great as last year. Field goal percentage also under 40%. Not the best, but didn't expect him to be a helper for him. He's a role player. I just want him to be a really good role player. He could help. Don't know if he will. Nigga need to stop trying to fight niggas. You're not winning. The niggas you're trying to fight, you're not winning against. LeBron almost smushed you. Just calm down. Pacers. I like Tyrese Halliburton. I really like him. I really slandered the Kings and propped them up. Who else do I like? Where's the old nigga that's not really that old, but he a point guard? I also like T.J. McConnell. Wait, do they not have that nigga no more? Chris Dorte, actually, he's right here. Chris Dorte. I like this nigga. 36% from three, 43% from the field, 13 points, 28 game, one steal. He was just having great games, man. And people didn't expect him. I liked him. Who else? T.J. Warren. He didn't even play this season. He was apparently Jordan in the bubble. He wasn't like that when the Heat got to him, though. T.J. McConnell got hurt. I was actually thinking before we got Derek White for the Celtics, I was like, maybe we need a T.J. McConnell. Not instead of a Marcus Smart, but with a Marcus Smart. Just for his playmaking. But Marcus Smart started clutching up in that. We'll talk about that when we get up there. Wizards started off well, started stinking it up later. They got Porzingis. I don't know why Bradley Beal is still there either, but these niggas are most likely hopeless for the next few years. Maybe they'll get up, be a first round exit another year, just like they were last year, but honestly, that might be asking too much with how competitive the East is becoming. So after that, Knicks. Is it Knicks? Yeah, Julius Randle is not him. He tricked some y'all niggas into thinking he was him. He's not even the guy next to him. R.J. Barrett should be the him. Cam Reddish. Y'all see if y'all can make a pairing out of that, and maybe it'll be Toppin. Because after that, oh, and Emmanuel quickly. Honestly, look. If you want me to be honest, I'll build your lineup. All right. Emmanuel quickly should be your point guard. R.J. Barrett shooting guard. Or is Cam Reddish shorter? Who's shorter? They got 7'1" wingspan though, so I think they're 6'8". I think actually RJ Barrett's shorter. Yeah, RJ Barrett's your shooting guard then. Derek, no. Cam Reddish is your small forward. Then after that, you can try again with Julius Randle. I think you might want to run it with Obi Toppin and Manuel quickly though. I think Julius Randle, y'all niggas fucked up. If you want to put him as your 5, you can put him as your 5. But I think y'all niggas need a real 5. Mitchell Robinson. Y'all run some lineups. Y'all got Obi Toppin. He can be a great defender. Pop some threes. Block some shot. And some power play, dunks, and everything. Mitchell Robinson, good roller. I don't know. It just seems like the smartest lineup to go with. Maybe Julius Randle can fucking bezel up if you put him as 6 man. Hornets. I do feel like niggas size up LaMelo a little bit too much. Lowe was saying that, and he said, I feel like he was just saying that you can make the debate. I don't think you can make the debate. I don't think LaMelo's better than Russ. Definitely, he has more potential, or like what's next is better than what could possibly be next for Russ. I don't see him really getting anywhere near how he was in 2016. Even I had some like I don't maybe I had some fallbacks on what he was that season. Other than that, I don't really have much for the Hornets. They need a center. I feel like that's obviously known. It's been known for a while. Cavaliers. These niggas were great. Everybody got injured. I feel so bad for what could have been. Darius Garland. I think he had a point in the season where he's injured. Evan Mobley had points in the season where he's injured. Kevin Love came off the bench, randomly dropping 30, saved them plenty. He was great, great sport this year. Jared Allen, he was injured for a good portion of the second part of the season. Colin Sexton got injured early in the season. Larry Marketing ended up getting injured at some point in the season. I don't recognize the other niggas, but I think they got injured at some point in the season too. They traded that one nigga, Ricky Rubio. and he was great, but he got injured at some point in the season. Hawks built up in the second part of the season. Wasn't really impressed though. I was one of those people who was kind of calling out their run last year because golly, Joel Embiid gets injured and them niggas start turning very fucking sus. It's looking like that again this year. A lesser injury, but these niggas looking hella sus again. That's crazy. All right, Nets. Now, I had Celtics in 6. I don't know why anybody thought the Nets were going to the finals. Bag Twitter is a thing, but y'all niggas crazy. Like, I'm a Kyrie fan. Kyrie's my favorite player. But I know this nigga not carrying a team to the finals. I know him and KD not carrying a team to the finals. But even then, their team was actually carrying them. Which is crazy. First 3 games, KD was ass. There's no argument for that. He was getting clenched up and everything. But they were on a 10-game losing streak without KD. He came back from injury, and then they were still like losing. They were in danger of not making the fucking playoffs with how competitive the East was. I didn't understand, because especially when it first came, they weren't expected to get swept. I'll say this: it is a dinger that they got swept. They should have at least won in 1 game. They almost won game 1. They were in it. They were ahead in game 2 the entire time, I think, and they just shit the bed. Or was it game 3 that they were ahead the entire time? I don't know. Either way, it was a little bit obvious. To me, after that they lost in that first game, I was like, yeah, nah, they losing this series. I was like, they're getting their ass beat. Unless Kevin Durant randomly can fucking turn it on, and he did in the last game. But I was like, I feel like it was already too late. Niggas no one wanted to play anymore. It was getting disgusting. Just Ben Simmons would have saved their defense, made it harder for Tatum and or Brown, just people getting in the paint in general, because they can play a better switching defense with Ben. But besides that, I niggas still can't play. We don't know what's about to happen. Yeah, nah. I had Celtics in 6. Celtics in 4. I'm a fan of the Celtics. I'm a fan of Kyrie. I said I'm really choosing the Celtics. It was painfully obvious. He'd already beat the Hawks, by the way, in 5 games. What did I have the Heat winning in? I had the Heat in 6, but it was a confident Heat in 6. I thought maybe Trae Young might be able to pull up a fight, because niggas were saying that I was sounding dumb about their lucky run and everything. Like, their run was different from the Bucks run. The Bucks run was not like just pure luck. But like them, it felt like they were just facing like lower end teams every step of the way. Knicks were sus. I was saying Knicks were sus. I was like, Knicks might not make the play. I was saying Hawks might not make the playoffs. Damn sure was saying Knicks might not make the playoffs. That's fucking crazy. I said another first round exit, if anything. I had the Bulls making the playoffs, definitely. But we're gonna talk about the Bulls, because DeMar DeRozan showed me. I thought he was good. He was OD great. I didn't. I wasn't with a lot of like the media or whatever who was saying that I was a bad signing, that one of the worst signings of the offseason. I felt like it was great because I only saw Lonzo as a transition playmaking threat mostly. But DeMar DeRozan, I was like, they have someone who can be a half court playmaking threat, and they started off great from their defense, which I wasn't expecting. I did think their offense was going to be good. I did not think their defense was going to be what they could rely on. Then Lonzo gets hurt, Caruso gets hurt, they end up getting fucked up. That's it. Then DeMar's just carrying them. Levine's getting his little knickknacks like he usually does, it feels like, this season. And Vucevic has just not been at all what I thought he was going to be on the Bulls, but he's still having his games every now and then, which is good, I guess. You can't have everything when you're no longer the person everything's kind of ran around. I don't blame him. He just got to be a little bit more used to his role. I had 76ers in 6 or 7. It's looking like it might be 6 or 7, which is crazy because it was a 3-0 lead. Shouldn't have been a 3. They got lucky it was a 3-0 lead. That they came back that game in game 3, and that Embiid hit that shot in game 3 in overtime. So, and then the Raptors are injured too. That's crazy. I've been sussing the 76ers for a while mostly because of Harden. So like Harden's not that guy like that. Harden's not him. He doesn't have the potential to be him anymore. I think he's living off fucking namesake. Bucks. These niggas' fate is tied into the Nets partly because of what happened last year. Part of me wants the Celtics to make it to the finals because they're my team. However, it would be so bad for the Bucks. I don't know how much of a pass niggas gonna give him because Middleton's hurt. I don't even know if niggas will even give him a pass. But the hot takes that will be out if Tatum, because the Celtics are literally built for the Bucks as well. They were built for the Nets. They're built for the Bucks on the low. Long defenders that can not only put pressure on Giannis, but can get out to their shooters. Miami built similarly too, and they playing this year. This is it going like getting out the East is a bloodbath this year, especially the upper end of those 3 teams. And the first 2 teams, I feel like it's more of the sum than the actual combination of parts. In the Bucks, it might be more the combination of some of the individual parts. I don't know which one's gonna win out. I do think the Bucks Celtics series might be the best series of this playoffs, though. Either that or the Warriors Grizzlies. Those 2 seem beautiful. The Heat should be able to beat the 76ers. If the 76ers get out the Raptors game anyways. Celtics. I was kind of iffy on whether or not I thought Marcus Smart should be defensive player of the year. I made a tweet about it. Because you got to keep in mind, our defense first half of the season terrible. We were losing. We were getting blown out in fourth quarters. Literally, the type of season turnaround that we had, crazy. Definitely was not expecting it. Them niggas showed up. I've been saying their defense should be a lot better than it was. And they were able to make it a lot better than it was. You know, what feels like changed it is that nigga Tatum started really investing in defense. Marcus Smart was always the best player on defense. Jaylen Brown and Al Horford usually better. Same with Tom Lord. Tatum was just not a negative, but he was a clear positive, but not a huge positive. The Nets series and even later, like in this season, that nigga been bezzling up on that second half of the year. He been moving for defense first. I'll say that. That's what he should be doing. Them niggas too long not to. People say giving Iman Udoka a lot of credit. And look, I do give him credit, but that nigga's rotation is kind of weird. I guess he knew what he wanted. Seeing Time Lord now playing with Al Horford, now you can kind of see where he was going with that. But in the beginning, he had to really dig in there, dig onto them niggas and show them, yo, y'all gotta play this with defense with the way I'm running shit. Because goddamn, was that ugly in the beginning. And then getting Derek White definitely helped out a little bit too. I feel like changed a little bit of the attitude. Grant Williams is now a fucking crazy 3-point shooter when he was kind of mid. I don't know where it's coming from. But, great. Heat. Jimmy Butler is looking like he coming in. He's going to be a lesser of the bubble form, but he's still looking like he coming around bubble form. Tyler Hero, 6th man of the year candidate, possibly top the winner. And it was dropping 30 points, but he's not playing 6-man minutes, to be fair. Victor Oladipo looks great coming off injury. Kyle Lowry, he's injured, but he was looking great this year. Bam, definitely looking great. Duncan Robinson, meh, this year. The series, he had one good game, and then I think he had a mid game, but the rest, was, I'm not sure. But PJ Tucker, they have him doing more than just shooting corner shots, which is great for him. Caleb Martin and his brother that's in the Hornets. I was watching them last year when they were both on the Hornets. Definitely great. They're both great role players, but they really shine. Especially Caleb Martin this year. Max Struess. I think it started fucking shooting it up from 3 point. It's funny because my roommate's a Heat fan, and that nigga was fucking saying this nigga can never hit his shots, and this nigga just started fucking lighting it up. Made him eat back his fucking words. That shit was crazy. Alright, finish those up. I even say my Heat predictions. My East predictions. I say Eat. What the shit? What this fucking shit? Let me just reshade my first round predictions that I had made. I'm pretty sure right before the first round even started. Oh shit. Yo, my homie said Thad Young only plays 12 minutes anyways. And then there was actually a Thad Young game. I was telling this nigga to start sleeping. That was crazy. If the Raptors actually flipped the series, that'd be crazy. Suns in 6, Grizzlies in 7, Warriors in 6. And that was depending on stuff. But and then Jazz in 6 if no Luca. Now I'm reverting it to Mavs in 6 or 7. So wow, I think the series might be over. I think I already covered all that I was gonna say. Dog, niggas are low key. Like Giannis is on pack alert. I shall repeat, Giannis is on pack alert. The Celtics fucking whoop them. Niggas are gonna be saying, "Is Jason Tatum the best player in the NBA? Is Jalen Brown top 10 in the NBA? Are the Celtics going to be a dynasty? Is this the revival of the Celtic dynasty?" Which, look, I wouldn't mind. I really, really would not mind. However, my Giannis is the best player in the world narrative would be falling apart. My fucking narrative, the Giannis could be the GOAT, would fall apart. And I don't want that yet. Not yet. They can come up later. Just not right now. You feel me? Just refresh right there for the once. What else? I think that's it. I already recorded for a long time. I made up for the lost time earlier. Alright. We'll talk later, maybe again. Probably put this on unlisted later. Hey, y'all niggas catch it first, y'all catch it first.